to Kayla Inspires. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you stick around and listen to today's video, which is part 2 of my self-care series. I did part 1 already, and I'll link the video below, so if you want to start there, that would be great. If you're ready to listen to part 2, then keep watching. Today we're going to be talking about meeting our emotional self-care needs. And so, like I said in my last video, I'm going to go over emotional self-care, physical self-care, emotional self-care, and I will do a last one where we're going to put it together and create a self-care plan. So I am going to focus on 5 different ways that you can meet your emotional self-care needs. The first one is setting boundaries, right? I think it's so important for us to really set boundaries with others, not allowing others to make us feel a certain way, right? Or being more present about it and understanding, like, if this person is making me, maybe this person is, every time I'm around this person, they're negative, they bring me down, they are always complaining. You don't want to be around a person like that. You have to set boundaries, because that's just going to drain your energy. Another thing is learning to say no, right? So setting boundaries also means learning to say no to something that is going to overfill your plate right now. So even though you want to say yes because you like helping people, or because this person needs the help, or whatever the reason is, it's also recognizing, do I have too much on my plate? If I add this to my plate, am I going to be completely overwhelmed? And if the answer is yes, then you have to learn how to speak up and say no. I know sometimes that could be very difficult. I know that's something that I struggle with. But learning to set boundaries and maybe telling the person, listen, right now I have a lot going on, but let me get back to you in a week or so, or come back to me later on, or just say, at this time I'm not able to do it. That's going to be really, really important, because you don't want to stretch yourself thin. I know that when I stretch myself thin, it really stresses me out. The second thing that I think is a good way to practice self-care is using journaling. So journaling, or any type of activity that you're expressing your thoughts and feelings. So I like to journal. I like to write all my thoughts and feelings in a journal every single day. That's just something that has worked for me. It's something that I have done for a long time. But in other words, don't keep anything to yourself. Don't bottle up your feelings. Don't just don't do that. Like, you have to let things go. And so sometimes it could be calling a friend, right? Call someone that you trust that can help you to let go or dump all the stuff that you're holding in, right? It could be, going to therapy, right? Go to therapy. If you feel that you have a lot going on, if you feel like you have difficulty managing your stressors, and you feel like you just need someone that's non-biased, go to a therapist. Sometimes that happens when we feel like the problems that we're having, or the situation that we're having, nobody understands, nobody has gone through, or you get nervous that the people are going to judge you, or they're going to look at you a different way. And so going to a therapist and speaking to someone that is, non-biased, this person doesn't know you, doesn't know your situation, and can truly help you through really difficult times. So I definitely advocate for that. I am a therapist myself, and so I understand how powerful meeting with a therapist and really working with someone can really do for you. So definitely don't hold your feelings in, let them out. Or like I said, writing in a journal. So any way that works for you. Sometimes you try it and just doesn't work for you. Maybe you start journaling and you're like, this isn't enough, I need something more. Then I would say try something else, like, talking to someone, either family, friend, or a professional. A third thing that you could do to meet your self-care needs is taking breaks. This is truly, truly, truly important. For me, this was like a big one. Learning to pay attention to how your body is reacting and feeling in the moment. Start paying attention to how you feel, basically tuning in with yourself. A lot of times we're so in like a robotic way, we're so used to it. So we tend to have difficulty in kind of pay attention to our body, and when our body's giving us signs that it's things are getting too much. So if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, you need to take a break. Sometimes it could be something as simple as going for a 5-minute coffee break. going outside, having some sun, um, taking a little 5-minute meditation, whatever it is that, that would help you, but take breaks. Definitely take breaks. I know this was something that I struggled with. I didn't take breaks. I got stressed, I got overwhelmed, and it was really affecting me bad. And then I started to really learn to trust my body. Also, I don't know how you guys are when you're overwhelmed, but I know when I'm overwhelmed, or when like I'm just feeling the draining, feeling my brain getting drained, I feel fuzziness. Like I feel like I can't think straight, I can't focus right. Sometimes, if you don't take a break, you're like fighting through it, and all you're doing is really hurting yourself, and you're not really working at your best, right? Because your brain needs a break. So definitely taking small breaks throughout the day, is very beneficial. Another thing is, I think I talked about this in part 2, but again, sometimes you just have to get away from certain situations or certain people that are making you feel that way too. So if you are in a situation or in an environment that's really draining, that's really sucking all the energy out of you, then you have to kind of recognize that for yourself and say, this is a situation that is not good for me emotionally. Every time I'm around this person, every time I'm in this environment, it really drains me, and this is no good for me. You have to recognize that, and then you have to take steps to avoid that, to get away from it, to again put boundaries on that. It's truly important. And I know this one's hard too, because sometimes you have family or friends that are just dramatic, too much. They've just got a lot going on in their lives, and every time you're around them, you're like, oh my God, like my head hurts, right? But you have to do what's best for you. You have to do what you need to do. And sometimes it's not forever. Sometimes it's just staying away from them for a period of time. Or sometimes it's like, yeah, I need to just stay away from this person because every time I'm around them, I'm just not in a good space. They don't make me feel good. So you have to do that for yourself. Number 4, this one's a good one, right? Doing things that make you happy. What are the things that make you alive, that make you, when you're doing it, you're like in your flow state. Sometimes, it's engaging in activities that, you truly enjoy. I know I've heard a lot of people just kind of in the last couple of months talking about this, and, a lot of them say, wow, I haven't painted in like a year. I haven't, gone to the gym in so long, or I haven't read a book, right? So anything that you can do that makes you truly feel like happy, it makes you feel like peaceful. Sometimes that could be, going for a massage, right? Getting your nails done, getting your hair done, going for a walk. Sometimes it could be something as simple as going for a nice little walk, put on some nice music, maybe put on a nice audiobook and just go for a walk. Something that I like to do is watching funny videos. I know TikTok is really huge right now. So sometimes if you need a little break from the life, get on, YouTube, get on TikTok, whatever. Watch some funny videos. I love watching animal videos. They're really funny. They just kind of get me in that like happy mood, and it relaxes me. So that's something that I like to do. Watch funny video. Sometimes putting on a good movie that puts you in a good mood. It could be a comedy, it could be like a Lifetime movie, whatever it is that you like. Definitely crafting, that's something that I love, so every time I get the time to do a craft that has nothing to do with any of my businesses or anything like that is really truly nice. Listening to music is a huge one too. I know that's something that I enjoy, listening to some music like the 90s music that really kind of, I don't know, it just kind of like makes me feel really happy and alive, and I start dancing. But there's like tons of stuff, so you decide what makes you happy and do more of that, because I say life is too short, right? Life is too short not to do the things that you really love. And even if you can't do it all the time, but try to like schedule it for yourself. The last one that I'm going to talk about is spending time with the people that you love. So being around others that bring the best out of you, right? So kind of the opposite of what we talked about earlier is be around people who are good for you. Be around people who bring the best out of you. Be around people that make you laugh. Be around people that like you guys can do things together and you guys have a great time. Sometimes, you know, you have to reach out, right? You have to kind of reach out to friends, family, and, you know, ask them out on it. Go for a coffee date, go for, you know, it could be a go for a walk for lunchtime. You know, of course, safe because right now things are kind of hectic, but, you know, invite a friend to go shopping, go out to eat, or, you know, your spouse, your significant other, you know, go on dates. Go do the fun things that you guys like to do. So basically, it's just enjoying yourself. So those are the 5 that I have for today. So I decided to focus on these areas for emotional self-care. But of course, let me know. Let me know if there's something that you think I missed. There's something that you do that I didn't talk about. I just focused on, you know, 5 of them, and I'm sure there's tons of different ones that you guys can do. So just to wrap it up, number 1 is set boundaries with others. It's important for us to really recognize being around people or environments that are really draining and really doesn't help us feel our best. And sometimes that means saying no. Journaling or expressing yourself, not holding in your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. So definitely journaling, calling a friend, or maybe even seeing a therapist is a really good one. Number 3 is taking breaks. So recognizing when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling stressed, and making sure that you start incorporating some small breaks into your day to kind of help you to, you know, feel a little bit calmer, help you to focus and do your tasks and work the best that you can. Number 4 is doing what makes you happy. So identifying those areas or those activities that you enjoy doing, such as crafting, you know, getting your nails done, those types of things. And the last one is just spending time with the people that you love, the people that bring the best out of you, the people that when you're around them, you are feeling your absolute best. Those are my 5. So again, if you guys can comment below and let me know which parts of emotional self-care maybe you're doing really good with. Like what are some of your favorite activities to do? Or maybe is this a weakness for you? Is this area a weakness that you need to work on, right? Me personally, I think definitely I do good with kind of writing down my feelings and expressing myself and trying to reach out to people when I feel like I need it. And probably the thing that I struggle with the most is number 1 is setting boundaries. I think sometimes I have a difficult time of kind of saying no and kind of not taking too much on. So those are the areas that I feel that one I feel like I struggle with the most. But definitely let me know which ones for you. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. And please stay tuned for part 3, which we're going to talk about our physical self-care needs. So again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give me a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to my channel because I will be bringing more videos on self-care, self-development, just anything that's going to make you feel your absolute best. So thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in my next video. See you later.